everyone, we'll get started in just a minute or two. Dev, why don't you say a few words so we can make sure they can hear you?
I want to take another goddamn nap.
Nap, good. Very good.
Like, I've got a slamming headache, and I took ibuprofen, so let's see how long I last.
Hopefully long enough. Okay, it looks like they can hear both of us. You ready, Dev?
Yerp.
Welcome to the WtW podcast. We're here to entertain, inform a bit while talking about Digimon. I'm Mark, I run WtW and produce Digimon on Blu-ray.
I'm DevQ, and somehow my phone battery survived Pokemon Go Fest.
Yeah, it does feel like with the heat, is your phone mysteriously just not holding a charge as well as it was even a couple weeks ago?
Yes, and damn, it is just. It doesn't help that I've had this thing going, plus the Bluetooth attachments, and
Well, it's like mine's at
yeah.
75%. It's like I have not done anything today. Like I can't nothing. How has the week been, Dev, minus heat?
A lot of heat, but I did get some shiny Pokemon, so that's all that matters.
That
That's all
is
that
good.
matters in life.
That is good. Okay, and then episode 38 of Beatbreak, Hollow Thirst, the start of the Kyo Arc. And it's funny because thinking about it, it's like, I wonder if it really is aiming to be 49. And we've talked about it, if it really is going to end there, since technically speaking, they have not said if a show's starting in October, even though we sort of know there is one. Does this
Mhm.
episode scream 10 episodes left, 10 episodes left? We have to deal with everything.
Yeah, it's like, oh, here's that character, and oh, essential world building, and oh, here's another character you were thinking
It's
about.
funny. It doesn't feel like the last 12 episodes were in a malaise and now it's time to get out of it. It's, oh no, we have to do it now. And they do every, everything that needs mentioning is sort of mentioned. We start with Rose apologizing to Wong about basically all of the gift arc. And then they remember Genjo as a kid. When is the last time we saw Genjo? Was it
I
was
think
it
he
the
was just
finale
kind
of
of like,
Tactics?
I think he was just kind of like standing there, looking like an absolute miserable little bitch.
Yeah, but I mean, was he standing anywhere in any more recent ones? I don't think
Honestly,
so.
not that I can recall.
At least not in a relevant way. Genjo, he doesn't do much, might his comment on her failure. Wong just kind of seems. I feel like we needed Gift to be there before their arc, because Wong seems like overtly pleased about it. It's like, did they ever really seem like a long term or real threat or like annoyance to them?
Seems like more of an annoyance at this point. It's like, well, there's a terrorist, assassinating people from my company, but hey, we saw a thing I wasn't
And then
expecting, so
clarity.
huzzah.
We get clarity what the Deus Ex Machina cube was. It is called the White Core. They need it for the Shangri-La project. It's mentioned no one's know about it. Only 2 of the 5 stars know about it even. And they mentioned they specifically need Asuka's E-Pulse for the White Core. So his E-Pulse being taken at the beginning of the show was seemingly part of a plan. And to remind us of this, Gokuamon is just does he do anything other than standing there holding that egg?
No, and he's just still carrying it around?
It's a bit odd, but like they need to show it though, to be clear. I just found it weird, like the static pose they gave him. Then
You'd
we
think
get
they'd use it as like a paperweight or something at this point. Just, why are you still carrying it?
it can't be a paperweight. That's what Z is for.
Ah, true.
Then we get Glowing Dawn rushing to prep something before Kyo's back. Gekomon showing sword skills. I liked Pristimon whipping cream with the tail.
Like, I wonder if that's hygienic, but I
Yeah.
guess being part robot, she doesn't shed?
And then Reina crushes clay gifts being made from they weren't good enough. and Trotman goes to try to delay Kyo by letting Maki know. Then we find out Glowing Dawn got a very large reward for taking down Gift. And
Yeah,
then we
let's see what happens to make this one disappear too.
Kyo wants to know what will happen with Miharu. And we find out from the ministry that Wong wants her to get pardoned due to her age. The World Union will support her rehab. Kyo's worried what that will mean. The ministry basically clarifies, which is this the first time they've clarified that the ministry sort of knows Wong is a prick?
Yeah.
Like, have they even hinted at it that the ministry's actually aware of it before this? Because they're definitely aware that they don't necessarily want him to have access to her.
Yeah, it hasn't come up before. It's like, are they working with him or
It,
what's
it's
going
it's
on? It's like,
it's
oh,
interesting to
they
see.
they don't like him.
Then they delay Kyo from leaving with his business done, and then Rose talks about the core with Lilamon, and it's where the core theory. And there's Kishiwada. I still don't know if I like that he's still around because the problem is the instant he was the one who came to get it, I went, oh no, not this plot. Where the second in
Uh,
command who does nothing is secretly the power behind the throne and secretly had blah blah blah. It,
and I, Starscream, and now the ruler of the Decepticons.
uh, he gets the core. Weirdly, Rose does not. Is it weird that she does not try to stop him?
No, she should have just like she was looking at it. Why didn't she just smack it out of
Yeah,
his
that's
hands
weird.
or pollen him to track him or he doesn't have anything with him.
And then
He's
we get
just a dude.
Cougarmon being pet by kids at a store, which is one of the few times they remind us that Cougarmon is one of the few Digimon that can actually like pass as like a pet.
Like, oh, I guess this is some of those new weird like
Does it
Newfoundland or
does it
Great
feel
Pyrenees.
does it feel like sometimes they regret that they plotted Digimon to be secret? Because
Yeah.
there's plenty of times where we see the Digimon just walking around. It's sort of like, oh, no one happens to be there. Okay. Maki is dragging Kyo around to help her. I love Chirapmon hiding in the plushies and signaling they need more time.
That was funny.
And then back to the base. Uh, Kyo will arrive in 30 seconds. Geckomon hides. And as they arrive, Geckomon falls down because he was fucking around. And they yell surprise anyways.
Like it was so heartwarming.
And then we find out it's 2 years since Kyo took in Reina. They talked about becoming a family, everything they've done. They splurged on food, they made treats. And then we hear about a mass cold heart incident with over a dozen people at a detention center, caused by someone arrested 5 years ago who had no Sapotama for sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
To be clear, they had to like clarify that. And then we see Marine Devimon and someone we can't see at first. There were no Sapotamas there for sure. There's no personal info on the person. And then he stares at the camera and grins with shark teeth. And then we get Kyo Eye Catch. To be fair, if
Yeah.
it weren't a Kyo Eye Catch for the first episode of the Kyo Arc, I feel like we'd both be bitching a little. Um,
Yeah.
Kyo, Kyo enjoying his day after the party. We get Cougarmon commenting on, Kyo saying he wished for solitude, but while searching for family. And then we get a flashback to Kyo as a kid under a cherry tree at an orphanage. A familiar face sees him and smiles. Uh, does does it is it kind of annoying that they're doing the same thing they did with Hero's dad with the grandfather?
Yeah, I guess it depends on like how well they.
Yeah, it's how he's going to actually show up is what we'll decide because they did this in the last show, and not only did they do it in the last show, it's borderline what they did in Atmon also.
They just like that old man scientist showing up.
Yeah, it will depend how he showed up, though. Um, and then back in the present, Reina brings a cake they all made. Kyo's happy. Um, and
Start to
then
disassociate a little bit.
we find out Kyo sent that man an in-training Digimon, and he made it evolve to perfect very quickly. Wants to know how it feels to be free. He doesn't know. Maybe he should be happy. He's not sure. He needs to quench the thirst. Kishiwada's
Mm-hmm.
concerned. Is it still weird that Rose is now following him around but not actually stopping him from doing anything?
It's like you have like a perfect level Digimon, and Kishiwada just doesn't have any Digimon in his
Yeah.
vicinity. You could have just taken the shit and run away.
It's weird. And Rose recognizes the man as Soji the Turbid, who's the former 5-star water who apparently died 5 years ago. Clearly not. Uh, Kishiwada
Should have double tapped.
Kishiwada gives him the white core, and they mention it stores limitless E-pulse and enhances it. And then, okay, did it? I'm not sure if it's something I missed. It made the chain and attached to his arm. It didn't have the chain on it, right?
Correct. Or it just had like a little
Okay. I was just
dangly tiny keychain
it's one of those
attachment.
things where like he grabs it and then the chains thing, yeah. Dark E pulse swirling seems confused. And then Kishiwada recognizes Rose and Lilomon, decides he'll test out of them. And out pops a Splashmon with Dark E pulse. What's weird is here's the weird thing. It felt like this is they've done very well in trailers showing us stuff that means nothing. Splashmon's appearance we thought was going to be like relevant,
No,
and
it's just a
it's
monster of the day type. It is
it's
completely
Water
irrelevant.
Monster of the Day for Water Guy. We thought like there'd be some relevant appearance, so a bit different, but fine. I like seeing Splashmon personally.
Honestly, what I was imagining was much more
Something to do with
interesting than
Kishiwada.
what ended up happening. Yeah, it's like, oh, maybe it's Kishiwada's Digimon, or oh, maybe
Kishiwada
Kishiwada is
is a
actually a
Digimon.
Splashmon.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were gonna do. Partially because I was just hoping they weren't gonna do the and he's secretly the power behind the throne, and now he's doing it again. Um, and then Marine Devimon shows up, and Rose doesn't see how he can control two Digimon that powerful at the same time. I don't see that it's relevant because generically, most people who've had partner Digimon, the Digimons have been more than happy to listen to them. It hasn't been like the Pokemon thing. We're like, oh, the
It's like,
Digimon's
oh,
powerful.
you don't have enough badges.
Yeah, they haven't done that to now, so it didn't really, especially since we've already seen people with two, so it didn't feel unique. Uh,
I guess it's because a lot of Digimon in this series tend to go a little wacky
yeah.
if they don't get enough E-pulse. So it's like,
See
oh,
that?
you.
See that? That's what I assume they're referring to, but yeah. And then Lilamon says he's tainted. He swaps partners and feeds each one to the next. And he just said it's food for his Digimon. And he does not plan to give Rose the core. Um,
Well, should
Lilamon,
have grabbed it beforehand.
yeah, I still think that's weird. Yeah. Uh, Lilamon starts trying to fight both Digimon. Actually knocks them down quickly, but doesn't really do much because he finds her E-pulse worthless, won't quench his thirst. It must be him. And he mentions he was once given the chills by that person, and then he asks Rose where Kyo the Golden is. And it is worth mentioning that
Yeah, yes, we know everyone's thirsty for Kyo.
and it is worth mentioning that 5 years ago, Kyo still would have been there. So he actually does not know, at least at this point, what's going on. Splashmon leaps up. Then we get working in tandem with Marine Devimon. Lilamon's knocked down. He uses the white core to amplify Z-Pulse. The Sapotama goes dark. Her eyes glow. It has corrupted Lilamon. And then it's, oh, he
Oh
can control
no.
three at once. And he still wants to know where Kyo is. And then Lilamon cold hearts Rose. And
You
Kishiwada
bitch.
and Kishiwada comments he knows where Kyo is. And weirdly, does Kishiwada say he'll finish off Rose? And then we're left to imagine what that means, and we're told we find out later, sort of. Back to Glowing Dawn, resting after the party. They wake up and find Kyo's gone. So is Cougarmon. I will say,
He
I
just went
think
for a walk.
the fun moment of the episode, Geckomon like half asleep, swinging his way to the top of the base, and it
Yes, it's like, oh, he's doing the thing.
in flies the Thorns, super upset, attacking. They think Glowing Dawn hurt Rose. They want the bounty target, which they say is Kyo. And this is where we have to stop. And I wish we had seen the Thorns actually be a threat before now.
Yeah. Like, oh, you were absolutely a joke before, but now you actually, at least according to the preview, just completely wiped the floor with Glowing Dawn.
Yeah, it's one of those I wish we'd seen them be a bit more relevant. But it
It's like,
is what it
oh, so
is.
they can do that.
And then Maki wakes up to bounty until Kyo is bountied for 50 million credits. Um, Back to the evil traveling group. They smash one of the hologram generators for Narinso. Kyo's at a grave uh, with Cougarmon. They had to go there. Cougarmon smells something, gets very angry, and Kyo sees Soji walking. He looks very shocked because he thinks this is impossible.
Should
Um,
have double tapped.
Very solid setup episode. I think it probably does stack on a bit too much because a lot of this really should have gotten set up prior to, the show may be nearly over.
Yeah, they could have
Because
spread it out a
because
little
the
bit
show
better.
has really been unconcerned with anything for a dozen episodes. Because
Just meandering back and forth
Genjo's
leisurely.
back, Rose is gone, a new X5 star. The Thorns show up at the cliffhanger. Kyo's a fugitive. We find out what Wong wants. We get the vague suggestion that does it feel like they're suggesting Miharu's gonna pop back up?
Potentially, because it's like, oh yeah,
It just feels very weird that
Wong thought it would be useful.
it just
Like,
feels
no,
very
no,
weird.
we're keeping that kid in a super jail.
It's just weird because they were so bleh before now, like doing anything for a while, and now it's just full speed ahead. Um, I still don't know how I feel about Kishiwada with the kind of bland. Does the show really need to do this exact plot? Like, I hope they do something. If they do something interesting with it, it'll be worthwhile. But he just wasn't really around much or even doing much to feel like a cool enough twist.
He
But
would have been better as Splashmon. I'm sorry.
yeah, but we'll see how everything plays out because everything could click really well. I'm just worried they're going maybe a bit too full bore at once.
We'll see over the next, I want to say like 2 or 3 episodes, how
Yeah.
that
Well,
pans out.
especially since this arc is only 4 episodes long. So we will see what happens.
Convenient.
And ready for cast info. We
Yes.
went over Soji next time, so we won't go over him again because they announced him and everything. Splashmon was Masaya Takatsuka, who's Magnamon and Cyber Sleuth Manbomon in 2020. In Ghost Game, he was Unimon, Saberdramon, Sangaloopmon, and Manticoremon. And he was Dr. Kuga in Time Stranger.
A lot of roles.
Yeah. And then here's what's interesting. I believe the two characters they credited, I think, were both characters in Kyo's flashback, in one of his birthday flashbacks, rather than someone who showed up. I do not think Minoru and Karina showed up in the episode itself.
Yeah, unless it's those little
But
kids.
are you ready for the more relevant part? They're both big actors, which means it's probably not a 10-second cameo. Are you ready for who they are?
Yes.
Minoru was Midorikawa. He was Angemon in Frontier, the
Oh.
Hippogriffomon in the Frontier movie. And are you ready for the I'm trying to decide if it's coincidence or not. He was the Splashmon in Cross Wars, the original version of the character.
Hmm.
And he
I
was
mean,
Domon in Ghost Game. Now, I should mention some of his non-Digimon roles are quite large. Soft Dawn in Bobobo, Tien Shinhan Android 16 more in Dragon Ball, Hero in Gundam
Oh,
Wing, Best Genus in
damn.
My Hero Academia, Zelgadis in Slayers, and many more. Like, very, very big voice actor. He was not here for one line in a flashback. And then
Yeah.
Shion Wakayama was Karina. First Digimon role, she's Momo and Dandadan. Henyao in Gundam,
Huh.
The Witch from Mercury. Yume in Dynamon, and Tomorrow in Death Stranding 2. So we will see. I feel like they didn't cast either of those for a couple flashbacks, but we will see. And next episode is Lip Service, and I don't remember if it was in the episode itself or the preview. So I'm muting the tab to see if it's in the little preview. We got a small cameo. Everyone's focusing very much on, oh, Chirapmon's baby looks like, what was it, Zuramon, but with a head symbol.
Like a tattoo on it.
I don't remember if it was the preview or the episode itself. We actually get a cameo of someone else. Clay is there.
Isn't Clay in the Magneto box?
Yes. I don't remember if it was in the preview or the episode itself, because it's one of those things where I saw it and then I pushed it aside to go back to later and I forgot to until just
It
now.
was the preview because I went through that like frame by frame. It's
Okay.
like that Clay.
Okay.
He's in a
Okay, good.
box.
Yeah, now I don't it'll be interesting to see if he's relevant because I don't think he's meant to be. But we will see. Um and then so first up we get preview art from episode 37. Some very nice. We get 3 shots of Miharu plus 1 of Tomura and Gekkomon. Very,
That one
very
was
good
good.
ones. I know, very good. Then the clip is Miharu, Chifuyu, Tomura, and Monarch Lizamon from towards the end of the episode 37. Really, really nice shot here. Although it does bring to mind that, like, is it a bit weird that, like, she's coherent when, like, she's a data ghost with no real explanation as to how?
Interesting in the
Yeah, it
sketches,
is.
yeah.
Then Animedia, we get a preview of a Reina focused bit, and Yena with Gekkomon again.
That one was adorable.
Yeah, I wonder if this is because this showed up right before last week, right before that episode aired, with the first of the next ED. So I wonder if this is the last one we get.
Probably.
And then, so on top of the Beat Break stuff, it is we get
Anniversaries ahoy.
we get anniversaries in batches because of the way stuff tends to work. So first up, we get the 26th anniversary of Hurricane Touchdown.
God, I'm so old.
It is the 20th anniversary of Digimon Savers 3D, the Digital World in Imminent Danger, the original version of it, which was as a theme park ride in Sanrio Pearland.
Obviously, it's the most important anniversary.
Hey, I have this on Blu-ray.
I know you do.
Then it is the 25th anniversary of the Adventures Battle, and it's on Blu-ray, dubbed and subbed. This is the first time there's been an anniversary for it while that happens. Last year I had to like not say anything extra about the movie that I didn't normally say because we were announcing it like weeks after that.
Alright, I have the DVD. I still need to actually watch it. It's still in its plastic wrap.
It's a decent movie, but it does fall in that vein of the old style Toei festival TV where like a Dragon Ball movie where like it's kind of there. Then Time Strangers out on the Switch 2 and Switch, plus the update that added various features, which it added a Terriermon Assistant,
Obviously, the only update that matters.
photo mode, uh, Digivolution conditions are visible in the Digifarm graphics mode and a few other things. We also got confirmation of how they were handling the DLC for the Switch and Switch 2 weekly.
Hmm.
I can't decide if it makes sense to spread it out or if it should have just been day one.
Eh.
Yeah, I don't actually know the answer to that one, to be honest. But yeah, so it's out, updates on each system. Um, yeah, I've not played this version yet. I did try a bit of the Steam version, mostly to see if they added HDR, which they did. They added it in a different way from the console versions, which I can at least appreciate. I don't understand their choice with HDR on console because HDR should not affect the game enough that it should have to do with which mode you're in. But
Hmm.
on the consoles, you can't use HDR when you're in the 60 FPS mode. On Steam, there's just an HDR toggle in the menu that you can turn on or off regardless. So yeah, odd. Let's see. Trying to think, were there any other Time Stranger updates? I think that was it.
The trailer
Yeah, the
is
trailer was
pretty
neat.
cute.
The trailer was neat. The trailer also very much tells you what they think the audience is for Time Stranger, which is people who watch Digimon Adventure.
Yeah.
It is very much focused on trying to remind people of Digimon Adventure instead of Time Stranger to a degree.
It's like, hey, there's also little keychain plushies that you can put on your bag. You like that, don't you?
And then, so Digimon Up will be out July 15th when they announced it in the middle of last week. That was a week ago. At this point, it's officially July 15th, but because of date and time changes, that will actually be tomorrow.
Oh snap! I forgot time zones were a thing.
Then, when they, and we also have gotten various game previews just showing off mechanics and everything, which I think will have
It's
more
like fucking
relevance.
finally.
To be fair, we didn't know about the game, like, we only found out about the game 3.5 months ago. Like, I've seen people being like, it's been half a year since they've said anything about this game. It's like, we did not know about this
No, it's
game
not
half
that
a year ago.
long.
Then,
We were still. It's like, oh, cute sprites. Is it a VPEG game? We're not
yeah,
quite sure.
uh, they hit 1 million pre-registration, so the pre-registration uh, prizes at this point are
Bonuses thingy.
Gekomon, Numamon, Taichi, and Agumon, the Patamon pajamas, and a bunch of tickets, gotcha. Functionally, if you want to play the game and try it without spending money, day one is going to be the time to do that. And they have not clarified what day one means in this case. Because a lot of times these first events, they'll last for a week. Sometimes some games will only do them for a day, but we'll see. And we'll see how valuable they actually are.
Okay.
So we'll see. They've been doing a daily countdown. And then, after they teased it, Terriermon Assistant was part of the Sword Art Online Echoes of Aincrad pre-launch event. He lasted about an hour and a half before dying.
We're very proud of him.
He lasted longer than the only other person on the list that either of us know, which is Iris, which I think she lasted about 15 minutes less. I will say I love that they keep putting up the fucking photos of him with the fucking helmet. Like, they've put up like 3 of them at this point. Then they
Look, they're just
announced.
very proud of that plushie. Okay.
Then after that happened, we found out why Terriermon Assistant was part of it is because there's going to be a small collaboration between Aincrad and Time Stranger, which is Abeck, who does the art and designs for the Sword Art Online franchise, does the art for the original novels, will be doing some sort of collaboration illustration between both games.
I am very interested to see that.
Will you be more or less interested if it's Terriermon Assistant wearing a helmet?
I think roughly about the same.
That makes sense. And then it's time for Cardopalooza to begin once again. So first up, this one they did a bit earlier. It appears they did it on July 7th at 7 hours 7 minutes. It is the 7 code pad.
Oh, that's funny.
I remember waking up on my birthday going, why the fuck did they do, why is this the first preview of it? That's weird. And someone goes, no, it went up at I believe they said it actually appeared like 7 seconds into the minute. I was like,
Damn.
okay. The only disappointing thing is this is not new art. Do you know what this actually is, Dev?
Screenshot.
No, it's funnier.
Is it the toy
No,
box art?
it's the image from the Atmon card game of the 7 code pad.
Oh, that's
So
fucking
so
terrible.
it's like the Hyper Coliseum thing, but with the Atmon card game, but of an item where it's not actually recognizable where the art is from. Because if this was a screenshot from if I said this was a screenshot from the show, you'd go okay.
Yeah. That's what I initially assumed.
Yeah. Then new card art of Kyo, which was put up uh, Japan time a bit after the show aired, which very good timing, I will say. And then we got Lyomon and Cougarmon. Okay, so Cougarmon's great art. Am I wrong? It's like the best art Lyomon has ever gotten.
He looks very action posed.
Yeah, he doesn't normally do much in these. Then we get a dual card of Murasimon, Gonozan Murashigure, his overhead slash attack.
Looks cool as hell.
Very cool, very cartoonish. And then we get another one which seems to be suggestive of an upcoming episode, but we'll see. But again, can they stop showing these in a row?
Yeah. But damn, that's one hell of a kitty crash out.
So here's the thing. If the face was not so out of character from Rasimon, it'd just be a cool card. It's the face that makes it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he went like Shere Khan on someone.
Yes, it is the perfect time to show that. Then we get Ghostmon and Flare Lisamon. The Ghostmon playing with the curtains, I love.
It's so cute.
Flare Lisamon, the high point is since they show him at night, we get the nice flame effect, lighting up everything around him.
Very cozy.
Then
Appreciate that card more in the winter.
Naoko Akamine, who drawn much Digimon art going back to the Atmon manga, doing Pico Devimon / Demi Devimon and Devimon, both vague in falling evolution-y type art in the vein he did for the other Time Stranger partners. I can't wait to see the Devimon one without the sample text.
Yes. It's just right in the most annoying fucking location it could possibly have it.
Yeah. Oh no, and even in chat, Dev, they're going, I can't see Devimon's face. And then Agio Chumon Holy and Agio Chumon Dark, or as some places like to call it, Agio Chumon Holly.
I was waiting for it.
To be fair, I do believe Wikimon does not list it as that anymore.
No, it would have been fucking funny.
Oh wait, it's under the name thing where it's like, it's officially called Agio Chumon Holly. And it's like, can't you just put that like somewhere on the official site? It's a typo. You're actually saying that that's the official name. It's not. It is a typo. Both get very good art. I love the mood is represented well with each.
Angie baby.
And then a contest in both Japan and the US to win a parallel card for future potential, showing off various Digimon Up sprites and logo.
Huh. Hmm.
A very basic parallel card, but makes sense for what it is.
Neat.
They're almost an order of best or sprite in a few cases. Then in card
Oh,
battle, they do a match uh, with EX12.
okay.
Not a lot of previews from there lately. And then a second wave of Digimon Beatbreak Mochocho products featuring tactics.
These are exceptionally silly.
What's funny is the one that's the least exciting is Ludomon because it sort of just looks like Ludomon, like
You know
Shakomon.
what his pose reminds me of that one dog at a rave where it's like holding a sword or something.
Well, it's just funny because like Shakomon, like they make work in the art style, even though it's kind of the same proportions by looking like goofy and excited. And Ludomon is sort of just Ludomon.
Yeah.
So these are available to pre-order now until the end of July. They ship in October. Um, the one thing that's interesting about this wave, every product is identical to the Glowing Dawn wave from earlier in the year. It's literally just everything with the 4 Tactics members and 4 Tactics Digimon. So like everything is 1-1 identical.
I really want all the Monodramon stuff. He looks just so silly.
Does it feel like he's about to like eat something he wants? Like he has that sort of excitement?
It's like, "Yippee, food! Feed me, Seymour."
But yeah, trying to think if anything here looks interesting to me. It's probably just the stands on the from this one, I would say.
They are neat.
And then a Savers 20th anniversary store pop-up corner from EO Store. The art style is them wearing formal attire to celebrate the 20th anniversary.
They look very dapper.
They do. I wish the thing wasn't that every Digimon is just wearing a bow tie.
They should have given Lalamon something else. Like, give her, like, a little stole or a wrap, like, to match Yoshino.
That's the only thing that bothers me about this is like each character's clothes make sense. Like Masaru has a suit. Um, Toma, it's a suit, but like more of a stodgy turtleneck underneath and everything. Yoshino has a nice gown. Ikto has, a vest setup. That it all makes sense. And the Digimon's just like, this is good enough. So it will be at EEO Store, Ikebukuro Main Store, August 1st through 14th. Online um, sales are happening now. They'll ship around mid-September. Nothing super wild as far as the products go, but then we get a couple batches of new graph art stuff with basically the same theme as the main art, but maybe a bit more dynamic in poses for a few of them. Like Lalamon is doing much more.
She's having a good time dual wielding.
And postcards for if you buy 2,200 yen worth of stuff. Very neat looking thing. Hopefully, they will do other stuff for Savers 20th because there's been a few things, but it definitely being shot down a bit by tamers as it tends to happen.
Yeah, we understand.
And then the new poll is which is your favorite of the 2 new pendulums that are up for pre order? I feel I'm looking at the
Can
lineup.
go either way at this point.
Yeah, it's closer to a coin flip than normal. I feel like it's Celestial Walker. I think some of the lineups is a bit more interesting as far as the idea is it's Iliad, but it's really kind of more Time Stranger.
Yeah.
And I think that one has some more key stuff from Time Stranger, where like you get Aegiomon, you get Titamon. Just a few things are slightly more interesting. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't quite predict like
Oh,
which one will come out on top this time.
I could see it anywhere from a 50-50 split to 70-30 for no apparent reason. It's hard to say. But yeah, either way, I would say. And then from the weekend batch stuff, first up, um, Ayumi Miyazaki mentioned it was the first time he sang in the studio for a while, and he showed off a photo.
Does
Uh,
that man ever take a break?
no, it doesn't seem like it. Then, to celebrate the new versions of Time Stranger, they're running a contest for a few days in Japan to win a giant blanket with life-size flippable art of the main characters.
Oh,
It is roughly
it's neat.
5 feet by 6.5 feet.
Hmm.
And then from Billy World 2026, we got some photos of their Digimon display, including a few new products. From the artist of Pop Team Epic, a few Digimon things, both for
They
what
are very silly.
both for what looks like an Ichiban Kuji and for general release. Crossover figures with Pink Rabbit, my friends. Was there a crossover with this a year ago?
Yeah, pretty positive because it's like, what the fuck is this thing?
Yeah, there was something. I don't think it was like figures like this. Was it like plushies or like Keech? It was something, I think. Um,
There was something smaller, I feel like, but also the Palmon one is the best of this set. It looks like.
yeah, and then the 2020 costume figures will get a new version of mini versions of them in candy boxes. But this time
Oh,
it's
that's
not.
cute.
So prior versions of the cosplay figures were 8 figures, and then a ninth chase figure. This time there's 4 chase figures.
Oh no.
So we will see. Yeah, we'll see what they do for the chase ones this time. Um,
Goth versions.
yeah, they're very nice display. Some of the stuff has been stuff that's been making the rounds, like that giant blow up Agumon, which I think we first saw at Digimon Expo last year.
Yeah, I remember because it's like, oh, the texture looks weird. It's like, oh, it's inflatable.
And some of the displays are the all Digimon panels that have been at a few places.
Yep.
Yeah. Then it is the 25th anniversary of Digimon Tamers Digimon Medley. We get a bit of social media art showing off a pseudo screenshot of the game. This was basically a button mash at the right time. And you get stories from Adventure, O2, and Tamers.
Huh.
I feel like every game does not need the mock pixel art. Where it's
I
not.
mean, it's probably the only thing they could think of to do for it.
It is, but still. Then some art from episode 37 from last week. Koikito, who worked on the episode, showed off some very nice art and just mentioned they were happy to work on the show once again because they worked on a few prior episodes. And then from
I'm happy for
episode
them.
38, Takahiro Kojima, the character designer, did art of Rose and Lilamon. And
They went all out on this one.
I believe they put up a lot of their art before the episode, so they won't always reveal what happened in it. So that's why their art isn't always relevant. This one's very relevant and feels a bit mean. Like they have like, oh, Rose is there. Rose is there giving a grin. Lilamon's really happy. It's like he knew what he was fucking doing.
Yeah,
He
it's
knew.
like, you bastard.
And then we get sad Kyo looking sad. This could be an album cover, him looking sad off to the side from Akaminiaki. And then time for questions. In chat, you guys can throw yours up. Someone said, when Beatbreak ends, do you think there's a chance of a spin off manga or novel or that sort of thing? It's not impossible. The series composer has done novels for other franchises they've worked on before.
I mean, it could definitely happen.
Yeah, like if you're expecting like some overt continuation, probably not, unless they reveal that that is Raito in the egg promo. But yeah, something is not
Some like
impossible, I would
side
say.
stories or like world building or stuff that happened in the past would be
Yeah.
interesting.
Then someone said, eaten or drank anything different with the heat lately?
Ugh, nothing really different, but all hail Pedialyte in general.
The main two differences lately is went for all you can eat sushi my birthday last week.
Heck yeah.
Ate too much. Uh, and generally when I first get up, I'll have something like just a bit of soup or something just to start the day. I've been having a much colder and more refreshing pudding type thing to start the day with.
Ah, yes, the pudding experiments.
Yes. Dev's had to hear me listen, experiment with healthy puddings, and I've lost like 5 pounds in the past week from it.
Hopefully not from food poisoning.
No. Generally, any flavor that has not worked out, I've realized it has not worked out before tasting it. The closest thing to not working out was the coffee one, which I think I told you I wasn't sure it was going to work. It was fine, it just did not really taste like coffee,
Eh,
which is historically an issue with cold coffee like desserts is
flavored things.
they never taste enough like coffee. Someone said, I saw some people saying the upcoming Times Changer expansion is like Hacker's Memory because it was meant to be DLC before becoming a game, and they were wondering if that is true as they've never heard that. Hacker's Memory was never said at any point to be DLC. A few people confuse it because, at least in Japan, I don't believe there's ever been a version of Hacker's Memory that does not come with all of Cyber Sleuth as a bonus.
Yeah.
But
Which is
it,
like, here it is.
yeah, it is it is a standalone game. It is a full game. It's just built on the bones of Cyber Sleuth. But it is a standalone game. Like I would not necessarily expect something of that scale for the expansion until we get more information about it. Then said,
Yeah, we'll
then
see eventually.
we'll see. And then someone asked, did we play any games online together like we want to? If not, any games we might when you do, if ever. I play games with other people over the weekend, but not with Dev. I played what was that one golf game that everyone's been playing? Battle Golf.
Ah,
Super Battle Golf, where you can find weapons and stuff, and you're just speeding to try to get your ball in the hole as quickly as possible, not worrying about strokes. Yeah, that's what those were. It's
yeah,
like,
unfortunately, all weekend I was dying because inventory shenanigans.
yeah, yeah.
I There was no sleep.
I had
There was
time
only
to play.
counting.
I had time to play one round. It was very fun. I imagine I would like just a mini golf game more because you end up spending a bit too much time like getting like I'm gonna hopefully grab a rocket launcher and shoot this person. Oh, but I also need to be paying attention to golf.
No golf, only violence.
So something miniature golf that would deal with time well, I could see us doing at some point. It feels like 90% of the time when we ever have, it's always been like a quick round of a beat 'em up though.
Yeah, and all it is just mostly just like testing stuff because our schedules are
Yeah.
completely fucked.
Yep. I could see us playing the doing a 6-player X-Men at some point though.
I call dibs on Nightcrawler.
You can have Nightcrawler. And someone asked, "What's your favorite bird?"
Hmm.
I don't know that I have a favorite bird to be honest.
There's too many that I really like. Like
Whichever
kiwis are definitely up there.
whichever bird is the word.
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word.
But yeah, so I don't know that I have a favorite bird, to be honest, though. Yeah. Last chance for questions in the chat. Then someone said, "Is there still hope for HDR Digimon discs that I want to see, or has that time passed?" The person mentioned they got what seems to be a nice HDR TV. They were thinking about it, and were there any generic HDR recommendations? I still have hope for them. It feels like anytime there's an anniversary or something is a good time. It could be done, but who knows if they will.
All
Uh,
comes down to, hey, is this gonna make us money?
yeah. Any good general HDR discs lately? I've been testing taking HDR screenshots and sending to people, and it feels like the one that got the most reaction has been Mario Galaxy movie. Feels like anyone I've sent a couple HDR screenshots of that to, they've been like, "Wow, that's striking on an HDR screen or phone." Did I send that to you, Dev, or no? I don't remember.
I do not believe so, but is my phone HDR? I don't fucking remember.
I don't know. Uh, I'll send it to you later, and we'll try it though to see. And I sent it to a few people, and they're
Ooh.
like, "Wow." And then when I said, like, here's a screenshot of a movie with a less powerful HDR, like, this looks kind of normal. It's like, yes, that was the point. Let's see. That looks like. And as for recommendations, like I said, Mario Galaxy movie, Godzilla minus one has some really good moments. Basically, you should look for movies you like. Okay, I think that is it for questions. Dev, what Wikimon article would you like people to read?
Agioch's Mon Holly mode.
That's a good one. Not sure what day we'll be here next week. At that point, we'll be halfway through the Kyo Arc.
Dang.
I'm trying to think like with do you think it is actually really a coherent arc, or do you think it's going straight off into whatever's next?
I guess it's just gonna charge straight ahead, because don't have much of a choice otherwise.
Well, that's the thing is like, do we know that the show's probably going to be roughly 50 episodes? Yes. We don't actually have confirmation of that, though, at this point. For all we know, something could have changed schedule wise and it could get more episodes. That does happen, but we don't know. It feels like they've begun like a race to the end, though. So we will see. I can be found at WtW as always. We will catch you guys next week. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Bye.
Bye.
And